All right, so we've been talking about the positives from Mitch and this Steelers offense on third downs. Now it's time to talk about some of the not so good. I'm just going to be fully transparent. It was 15 plays. I did not break down all 15 on this review right here because it was going to take too much time. I got 5 plays for you though, all right? So I did kind of bounce around with this because obviously 15 plays is a lot of negative. And it was a couple of things, man. Well, actually, it was a multitude of things, man. Protection, Mitch not being good enough, receivers not winning, and then good job by the defense as well. So I'm going to show some of those things as well. So like I said, man, if you haven't done so already, make sure you're liking it in terms of the vid, hitting that subscribe button, and more importantly, that notification bell as well. So let's play it in full speed and see how this thing goes. Alrighty. So, as we always do, let's talk a little defense first. You're getting, once again, what? Mug look, right? Guys around the line of scrimmage. It's the illusion of pressure, and that's something that the Bengals, that was their third down menu this week. They wanted to always show up around the line of scrimmage, make this guy feel like he has to get the ball out fast, okay? And that's, a good thing at times when you have a quarterback that necessarily isn't the most proven in the sense of handling pressure, isn't the most proven in terms of being a top 5 quarterback, so to speak. So you want to do certain things like this, man. But all they're playing is a cover 1 off of this thing here, okay? And obviously the Steelers, they're 2-by-2 set. 1, 2, 1, 2. You got Najee in the backfield offset, all right? So right away we see what? It's no blitz, okay? Linebacker stage right here in terms of Logan Wilson. He's matching up on Najee. He's one-on-one on him. This guy is going to be your low hold defender. And this guy is just playing sideline to sideline up top. But both of these guys are reading Trubisky's eyes. He's going to take them wherever he's looking, that's where these two guys are going to go. Okay? But on the outside, everywhere else, what do we have? That's one-on-one. That's one-on-one. That's one-on-one. And that's one-on-one. Okay? I believe we got Pat Freiermuth out here. We got Claypool out here. I believe this is Deontay up here. Or no, this is Deontay down here. And Pickens up here, one or the other. Okay? So we got our guys out there. All right? Protection-wise. These are what we got up front, right? Like I said, no blitz. So we're still good. We slid it away. All right, cool. Leave room for the running back since he's in there to help, right? So what do we get? Boom. Good protection, right? Najee stands his dudes up. All right, stout. Obviously, Trubisky doesn't have the best lane, but it's still clean enough. Pocket still clean enough. Protection still good enough. What are we looking like on the perimeter, though? That's not open, is it? That's not really open. It's not really open. It's not really open. Now, you can make the tough throw, combat catch. Of course, we know those things are capable, back shoulder throw and stuff like that. But just in general, when you're talking about pressure in your face, having to win in a hurry, this technically isn't winning. This isn't a lot of separation, all right? So once this ball is released, there's really nowhere we can go with it, all right? That's part of the issue on third down as well. Receivers have to win consistently, especially when we know, hey, man, even if it's blitz or not blitz, in this case, it wasn't a blitz, but because the slot protection went away, we did have a free rusher. Obviously, Najee picked him up, but that guy was right in his face. Okay, so that's part of the issue right now, all right? But we'll go to the next play after this, talk about it a little bit more, show some of the other issues, but it does happen. I'm not saying that they're not going to win every, one-on-one, but when we're asking ourselves, how do you get to 4 out of 15 on third downs? This is also a part of it, all right? Not just exclusively Mitch. All right. Let's go to the next play, though. All right, now, so for this particular play, it's just tough call versus, good defensive call as well. But we still got some stuff that we could improve upon on this particular play. But here we go, played in full speed like we always do. All right, so let's talk about, man, what went wrong and what went right. Okay, so first off, defensively, it's 3rd and 8, okay? Steelers are backed up. They're obviously on their own 9-yard line. So all the Bengals are doing right here, they're showing Logan Wilson in this B gap area as if he's going to be blitzing, but he's not. It's 3rd and, we said, what, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12 or whatever. So all they're going to do right here is just go 3-man rush, 8-man drop, zone coverage, okay? 1, 2, 3 guys in the rush. You got Logan Wilson. He's going to be your disruptor. Any crossing route that is coming through, his job is to just get contact on it. After that, middle of the field. He's deep third over here. He's deep third right here. Curl flat defender, hook defender, curl flat defender. This cover 3. That's all it is. All right. Like we said, that was their flavor though for in terms of the Bengals defense on possession downs, which is third downs. They wanted to do a lot of, showing blitz, going 0, showing blitz, going 3, showing blitz, going 1. But all of it has the illusion of what? Single high look, right? So that's kind of what they wanted to do in terms of their third down menu, which is fine. But this is tough, man. When you're talking the 8-man drop, it's not a lot of windows, okay? But the issue is how fast Mitch decides to pull this ball down. So when you're talking the 3-man rush, when you got protection, you understand that, hey, man, versus 3-man rush, I'm not going to win in a hurry. I'm not going to have guys open in a hurry. I have to hold the ball longer. Now, this was something that 7 did really well. Obviously, he was one of those outliers in terms of when you drop 8 versus him, he didn't have this clock where he felt like he had to get rid of it faster. Right here, I feel like Mitch is speeding up and he doesn't need to. Okay? He wasn't under duress right there. I get it. You're backed up. But, hey, man, this dude's blocked. This guy's blocked. This guy's blocked. Now, right now, nothing is open. And that is normal when you're facing 8 drop, okay? But this is what you have to realize. The longer you hold this ball, guys are coming open. Pat Freiermuth, you're waiting on him to clear this defender and this defender, okay? He's coming right here. Get back to that. Yeah, he's coming right to this spot, okay? So if Mitch just is a little bit more patient here, he's going to hit him, all right? So let's watch him. Watch where Pat ends up at before Mitch takes off. Mitch hasn't taken off yet. He's still behind line of scrimmage, okay? Ball is right here on the, 9, 8, 7. Mitch is on the 4.9 yard line 5. So this dude is open right now. This is a throw you have to make. This is NFL open. You hit this dude. I don't want you to bullet it because obviously I don't trust your arm strength to beat these 2 hook defenders, but you put air on that ball and you put it right there. That is a completion. That is run after catch. That is a huge pickup. But instead, what do we get? Mitch decides that, hey, man, I'm not feeling it. Tucks it, runs. Pat wide open, man. So when we talk about some of the things that we left out there, at times, was it protection? Yes. At times, was it receivers? Yes. At times, was it Mitch missing a throw? Sure. And right here, just not being patient enough. Okay. We do have one final play that we're going to talk about in terms of the Steelers' third down inefficiencies. Now, this particular play right here, I call disrespect 101. All right. And the reason why I call it disrespect is this, man. You got the Steelers backed up. Obviously, they're on their own 15. But the Bengals are playing 0 coverage on 3rd and 14. Like, bro, you're trying to get it all right here. You're trying to force turnover in terms of blitzing, getting a strip sack, or you're trying to dagger them pick 6, but you're trying to force the action right here. Like I said, disrespectful. Most of the time, and when you're talking 3rd and 14, you typically go a sticks coverage, right? Where you're going to, drop. You can do a P drop, rush 3, 8, go back, stay at the yard markers for the first down, make them throw short, and then just tackle the catch, get off the field. But this right here, man, this is gutsy. And we should have took advantage of it, but we'll talk about it. Let's play it full speed. Ah, man, what could have been? All right, so slow-mo it. Bringing Derek Watt back because we're in empty formation. All right, 3 guys up here, 2 guys over here. This is Gentry at the tight end spot. So you bring Derek Watt back into the backfield. But defensively, what are we getting? Okay. Now we highlighted the last play where we were talking about how all these DBs were off, right? Off coverage, and there was nobody in the middle of the field. Well, once again, if you look, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys are off, right? They're playing this thing top down, but they're disguising it well. They don't do your traditional double mug, but they still got guys walked up, right? Look at that. They still got guys walked in there, okay? So they're still dressing it up but it's still the same coverage, okay? But now this time, what do? They bring all of them, okay? So previous times they showed it, backed out, showed it, one went. Now they're sending them all. So on the back end, what does that mean? 1, 2, 3, and then this guy is on him. They're using him as a spy to essentially pop here, drop out, meaning that they think Derek Watt's going to have to stay in the protection. But 1, 2, and 3 are all man to man. That's what that means. We one-on-one, mano y mano. So we like that, right? Protection. Let's see what the protection was. Now, hold on. I'm going to slow it back. I'm going to round it back a little bit because he did have a guy right there. Yes. So he does have a little bit of pressure coming on, right? Because obviously we see Derek Watt stand front side looking here, but they get him. All right, because he shows, bounces out. Good job by him. Technique. All right, so we got a 2-on-1 right here. This guy's coming free. He's going to be joining the party late. So Mitch knows he's going to have to get rid of this ball. He's going to take a shot, and that's fine. Right now, we got vertical routes. Nobody's really open just yet. But right here, yes, is that pressure? Absolutely. Could it have been a strip sack? Absolutely. But thankfully it wasn't. You got two options though, okay? You can drive that ball to this out route right here, or you can put air on it and hit the vertical route, okay? Those are your two options at this particular point of the play. So what do we go with? We go with the vertical, which I don't hate. I'm fine with it because it's one-on-one. But my biggest issue is, where does this ball land? Can my man get a chance? Just give him a chance. I understand you having pressure. I get that. But if you're going to put that ball out there, man, just give him a chance. We know it's zero. We know it's going to be a blitz. We know you're going to get hit. But, man, you cannot put this ball where it's uncatchable. Like, who are you throwing it to right here, man? Like I said, you could step into this and drive it to here, or you got to put this in play, man, but give your receiver a chance. Now, we can also talk about this potentially being a situation where Trubisky is just simply saying, hey, man, at the time when I was about to release it, I didn't like any of these options. I felt pressure coming. I was just getting rid of the ball. And you know what? That could be the case as well. But I just personally feel like, man, I want to see you give these dudes a chance, man. You're going to get under pressure, and that's fine. You're going to have to make throws under duress at times. That is fine. But give these dudes a chance. Like I said, man, even right here, could you step into this and drive it to this Claypool guy on this out right here? Is that too much to ask for? I personally don't think it is. I personally would like to see him step into this throw and drive the out route as the conservative part. But if you're going to take the chance, if you're going to take the shot, which right here, it looks like he's doing what? This doesn't look like I was trying to throw it away. Like he's trying to take a shot. Give him a better ball. That's all I'm saying. Give him a better ball. That one is on Mitch. Everything else was fine. Protection could have been a little better, sure, but it's zero blitz, so you're going to have a free rusher. So either way, you know you got to get rid of it. It has to come out a little bit faster. Better throw ball. That's what I need. Better ball placement, better throw. Now this play right here, oh man, when I watch it, I get excited, but at the same time, it just irks me also because there's just so many little things that went wrong, but at the same time, we still had a chance to make a huge play and we just did not execute. But here we go. Let's play it in full speed, and after that, we will break it down. But man, what could have been on this play? All right. So we know right now it's 3rd and 10. Obviously, we are in the red zone. All right. We're on the 30, or we call it the higher red zone, just depending on how people classify it. I know for us as players, 30 on in is high red zone. 20 on in is obviously your traditional red zone. And then 10 in is the tight red. All right. But right here, we know coverage wise. Let me slow it down a little bit. Get that off the screen. There we go. There we go. I wanted to clear it up for you guys. All right. So we talked about the earlier side. We were talking about some of the good stuff. And we say, hey, man, looked like cover 1. Maybe it was cover 0. But the telltale sign was all of the DBs were what? They were walked up. They were pressed up. Right here, what do we see? All these DBs have what? Space, right? Look at how far off they are from these guys. You know what that's telling me right now? Nobody in the middle of the field. This is cover 0. All right. Because it's going to be a 0 blitz. Those are some of the things that when you're just reading it, right? And you're trying to find out little pre-snap telltale signs to give you a clue. These are some of the things right here. Off coverage by all these dudes, nobody in the middle of the field. Everybody up here is walked up. You got too many guys up here. So you know right now, I got to get rid of this ball. Now, we've seen quarterbacks get rid of the ball in two types of ways versus zero blitz. You get them where they go right now. As soon as they catch it, they're getting it out their hands. Or you see the type where they'll start to give ground, right? They'll backpedal, and then try to dagger you, okay? Unfortunately for us, we don't get either because bad snap. I mean, let's be real about it, right? We ask ourselves on a third down, how are we not as productive? Why aren't we as consistent? Is this a Mitch problem right here? No. Mitch is making a heck of a grab to go get this ball one-handed, both feet off the ground. But it's like, man, before we can even get to handling the zero pressure with the free rusher where we're saying, hey, all of us on the offensive line, you're going to block everybody on the left. Mitch, you got to get the guy on the right. He can't even get that rolling because of the snap. All right, but let's continue to play. So he finally gets the snap. Good job of taking advantage of this guy taking a bad angle. As a free rusher, you always stay upside shoulder of the quarterback. You never want to go to where he's at, go to where he will be. But more importantly, you got to stay upfield shoulder. You can't go to the inside shoulder. He will outrun you every single time, all right? So now he's lost contain. Mitch has an opportunity here. So, couple things right now. What are we seeing, man? What are we seeing? Okay, we got two options, or actually we'll look at all the receivers, right? So you have, I think that's Claypool on the short, okay? You got Deontay starting to come free. Pickens on the backside, Pat on the backside. Realistically not involved on this particular play just by, you know, the nature of how everything is happening. Mitch having to, you know, be under duress because of the snap, because of the free rusher. He's rolling out this way. He's not going to see any of this. So you have this option here and this option here. Now, I enjoy the fact that he wanted the Deontay Johnson option. Would I have hated if he went here to Claypool right now? No, I don't hate it because I think this is a throw and a catch. I think Claypool has enough room right here to turn up and get this first down. I don't hate it. Who knows? Maybe he makes this guy miss. Deontay turns up, make this block. Maybe it's a touchdown. We will never know, but that was a little bit more of the conservative approach, okay? Now, when we're talking about this throw, this guy is breaking across the field. I see why Mitch is looking there. I love it, okay? Because that's the touchdown throw right here. He is open. That's NFL open. That is plenty of grass. It gives Mitch plenty of margin for error if he goes now. You go right now, you can throw this guy open. You can go vertical. You could lead him a little bit more inside. But what does Mitch do? Holds it a little bit longer. Takes a couple more steps. Now that angle of throw is not as easy because he's not coming downhill. He's going more at an angle. He's drifting versus coming downhill where he can fire into this thing. So it's forcing Mitch to do what? Throw off his back foot. Now, instead of this being a throw where he's stepping into it and he can put air on it, he can bullet it, he can lead Deontay across the field because of the mechanics not being what it needed to be right here. He's throwing off the back foot across his body. So what happens to the ball? It's slow and it sails. Now, instead of Deontay having the advantage, being able to run, catch this ball on the hash, catch this ball at the A, catch this ball at the goal line because it should be a tighter spiral, a harder throw with more velocity or more touch in leading him. But like I said, mechanics not the best on this play, throwing off the back foot. Air gets under it. Now it becomes a slow, late ball, jump ball where neither one of these guys can get involved in it. Is that all on Mitch? No. Is it partly on Mitch? Absolutely. But we started off what? We started off with a bad snap. So before we could even get to anything else, we were already at a disadvantage. Then protection-wise, we slide it, and that's fine because it's zero. You're going to have a free rusher, but the snap messes it up. So now timing-wise, he's not even knowing if he wanted to go this way. Maybe he wanted to do a different type of escape, but we'll never know because of the snap. Then from there, now you're running for your life. Good job showing your athletic ability. But don't wait to make this throw. Once you already had that extra boom, that's where you make that throw. You don't take the extra 2 steps. Now you're forced to throw off the back foot instead of the front foot. Now instead of driving the ball, you're lollipopping that ball up there. No control. What could have been? Should have been a touchdown right here. At worst, a first down. And even if we're talking Deontay, at worst, you go to Claypool. But those are some of the little things in terms of how you're 4 for 15 on third downs. This is one of them, all right? But let's look at the next one. All right, so now we're to the final play of this video, man. And this is the last one for me where, as we talked about some of the things that the offense did well on third down, some of the things they struggle with, this is probably the one that I could live with the most. Okay, because some of the third downs were, just too long of a third down to pick up. They just played give up ball, dumped it off, handed off on the reverse, just got out of there. Others, it was a penalty, But this one right here, I could live with. Play it in full speed. After that, we'll break it down. All right, now why can I live with this thing? Okay, let's talk about first off, what do we get in coverage wise? It's possession down. What should we be looking to see? Guys around the line of scrimmage. Middle of the field closed. Cover 1, cover 3, or cover 0. Which one we getting right here? So, all right, let's see. Do we go cover 1, cover 3? Where they going? They went cover 1. All right, so man. This guy right here is on him. He's your whole defender. Eyes here. He's your, sideline to sideline defender up top. All right, so no pressure. Good. Let's see what the pocket looks like. Guards winning. Center and guard over here winning. We winning over here for the most part. Good job on the front side by Chooks. Solid pocket. Mitch got room to step up, deliver a good ball. Will we all agree upon that? Let the church say amen then. All right, so here we go. Mitch, good fundamental steps into the throw, transferring the weight, tight spiral. Do we get a little contact on the perimeter? You could make a case for it. Just right off the fingertips, right? But either way, I can live with that. And why can I live with that? Because that's a throw that, man, you do that enough, that's going to connect. You're giving this receiver a chance to make a play. Not like the George Pickens ones where he throws it and airmails it out of bounds. Give the guy a chance. Your protection was good. Dan Moore was fine. All right. You're 1-on-1 on the perimeter. Do I want you to win this? Sure. Is there a little bit of contact downfield? Sure. But I just think that with our receiving core, if our quarterback, in particular Mitch, is giving those guys enough opportunities to go get it like how they did right here with Miles Boykin, I think we're going to win more of those than we're not going to. In terms of George Pickens, in terms of Deontay Johnson, in terms of Chase Claypool getting these type of targets right here. Okay? But like I said, I can live with this. Wasn't the best situation here, but this is one that you just say, hey man, better execution. Practice reps is week 1. The other stuff has to improve, and it has to improve in a hurry. 4 for 15 on third down while playing a full overtime is just not acceptable. That's something that this offense has to get figured out. But as we can see, offensively, they did do some positive things. They do have some stuff that they can build upon. But on the flip side, defensively, or on the flip side, they have a lot more area where they need to grow and improve upon. And it's not just at quarterback. It's across the board. Receivers got to be more consistent in terms of winning the one-on-ones and the combat catches. O-line has to do a better job of their protection and just being consistent. Mitch, fundamentals, man. Footwork right, eyes downfield, understand when to be patient, understand when you got to get rid of it, and at the same time, understand when you got to tuck it and run. But either way, man, y'all let me know your thoughts on this breakdown. You let me know your thoughts on the vid, and ultimately this offense's third down performances. Either way, I appreciate you for tuning in for this video, and until next time, baby. Peace.